I've also tried to include products that in general have a lot of shades. So if you're not my shade, also you're fairer than me, lighter than me, darker than me, whatever your skin tone, you might be able to find a foundation shade or a concealer or powder shade for you. Hi, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another makeup video after so long. I know y'all have been waiting for me to make makeup tutorials again and to make makeup recommendation videos again. In my due defense, I was making makeup videos. I was just not posting them in long form content. I was posting more on YouTube shorts and reels on Instagram and stuff like that because I genuinely feel like people are not watching, buying makeup anymore after the pandemic. But we are back. The pandemic is nearing its end, hopefully, inshallah, and we'll be soon glamming up, traveling so much, and wearing makeup to all these weddings that are going to come on. And the key to a good makeup look has to be a good base. Your base has to look flawless. And I know as brown skin girls, we do face a lot of problem to pick our right shade, the right coverage of concealer, the right texture of powder, and all of that. With the diverse Indian climate and also the diverse variety of Indian skin tones, I'm going to give you some recommendations of some of the best formulae of foundation, concealers and powders, and also my shades in them. So if you're anything close to my shade, you will be able to find yourself a perfect match in the market. So if you're interested, then continue watching. But if this is the first time you've come onto my channel, then hi, I'm Sara. I make beauty and lifestyle content here on YouTube. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button, join the Sara squad. I'm sure you'll have a great time here. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon right next to it so that every time I upload a video, you get notified. And with that, let's dive straight into this. First things first, if you want to know how I got this makeup look, I will be uploading it on YouTube Shorts, so stay tuned for that. Additionally, if you want to learn in depth from me on how to do your base makeup, how to get every single step in your makeup routine to perfection, then you should check out this playlist right here. I have a complete beginner's guide on every single step of the makeup routine, nicely broken down for you all, so you can definitely check it out. The first category has to be foundations. Now, when it comes to foundations, I like something that's full coverage, especially for the wedding season. So I have 3 options for you, actually 4 options for you, which will cater to every single type of person. अगर आपको light coverage foundation पसंद है तो वो भी आपको मिल जाएगा, full coverage पसंद है तो वो भी मिल जाएगा. And I'm also making sure that I am giving you suggestions from all price categories, so you can pick your affordable or your expensive. जो भी आपको खरीदना है वो आपकी complete मर्जी है. The first foundation I want to share with you all has to be the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I think this foundation is bomb for every single skin type. Previously, like 5 to 6 years back, I used to not like the formula on the Fit Me. When I had first tried it, ना मुझे उसका texture नहीं अच्छा लगता था. It used to emphasize my acne and everything, but they have reformulated a couple of times after that, and now the formula on the Maybelline Fit Me foundation is banger. It's perfect. It's spot on. There are so many shades also available for different skin tones. I use the shade 330 Toffee. Kid you not, I have 3 bottles of the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in all different packaging. That's how much I love it. And every time, this is like my mixer foundation. With every foundation, I try to make sure that I mix this a little bit because the texture of this is semi-matte. It's not completely matte finish, but it's also not very dewy. So it gives you that nice hydration and glow and good coverage as well. You can use it completely by itself. You don't have to want to mix this with anything. But I love mixing this with all my foundations, and this is my go-to. That's why I have 3 of them. So highly recommend. This is also a super affordable foundation. If I'm not wrong, it's 550 rupees, and there's a smaller mini sample version also of this somewhere around 300. The next foundation, a little steeper but definitely worth your complete investment, has to be the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. This is OG you guys. ये मेरा पहला foundation है जो मैंने कभी भी खरीदा होगा. अगर आपकी स्किन पे बहुत ज़्यादा acne है तो this is a very good skin friendly foundation. आपके acne को irritate नहीं करता, and also it covers it really nicely. The texture of the foundation is nice, fluid. It blends really easily, very well, gives you full on coverage. It's not a medium coverage at all. Very full coverage. In the MAC Studio Fix, I am an NC 43.5, but it is slightly cool toned for me, so I prefer mixing it with a warmer undertone foundation. It used to be just right for me, but now staying indoors, I've like lost my tan a little bit, which is why it's now slightly cool toned for me. Looks a little ashy, but NC 43.5 is my OG shade. Like अगर मैं बाहर जाने लगी, वापस tan होने लगी, तो ये मुझे perfectly suit करेगा. ये foundation वो शादी वाला foundation है, you know, it's like a special thing. You should make sure to invest in this. Use it on all your weddings, all your special occasions. It's going to give you the flawless base, and it also photographs really well. The MAC Studio Fix fluid does not oxidize. The Maybelline Fit Me does oxidize a little bit. उसका ये मतलब है कि वो थोड़ा सा dark हो जाता है एक बार blend कर लिया. But the MAC Studio Fix fluid does not oxidize at all. It stays true to color. So it stays exactly the same shade even after you've blended it into your skin. The third foundation recommendation I have is a newbie in my collection, but ever since I got it, I've used literally the complete tube. This is the Colourbar Weightless Matte Foundation. It's 24-hour long wear. What you get in this tube is just 25 ml of product for about 800 rupees. So you might think it's cheap, but it actually isn't because you're getting very little product. I don't really like the packaging also of this because it's a squeezy tube with a pump on it. तो काफी मतलब आधा टाइम तो हवा ही निकल रही होती है इसमें से. But this is a very good formulation for an everyday basis, like just on the run, going to the mall, going to meet your friends, that kind of foundation that you want on your skin to give you a very light base, like barely anything on your skin, but also covers really well. Because if you have acne marks and all, it has good pigmentation. It will cover everything while not feeling heavy, cakey, none of that. Blends super easy. You don't even need your blender. You can just take a little bit on your fingers and apply it. Like it's sort of like a BB cream foundation somewhere in between, but more on the foundation side definitely. Stays on for really long as well. I have the shade 8.1 and it suits me banger. FW 8.1 is my shade. It suits me perfect. Don't have to mix this with anything else unless I want to build my coverage. Then I can mix it with a little bit of the full coverage foundation and go for a heavier base makeup. But if you're like a girl who doesn't like too much foundation going on, should definitely try this out. Last but not the least, I have the e.l.f. Satin Matte Foundation. It's the foundation I'm wearing on my skin right now. I love the finish on this. It's super, like exactly what the name says. It's satin matte. It sets completely matte but gives a very nice glow, healthy looking skin. It's medium coverage. It's sheer to medium coverage. You can build this coverage up. If you take too much product, then it can be full coverage. Pigment on this foundation is super strong and nice. It's also photographing really well, so you can wear it for good occasions, but you can also wear it on an everyday basis. This is also not very expensive. I think it's 800 rupees. The next step is concealer. For concealer, my recommendations are going to be very medium coverage concealers, because when I use a concealer, I go to highlight my face. Like this definition that you see is because of concealer. The first concealer recommendation has to be the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD. This is a very good concealer. I love this. So many people on the market love this. The applicator on this is a little irritating. This squeezy thing that they have, this pokey thing, इतना अच्छे से लग नहीं पाता है इसकी वजह से. But the formula in itself is so good, so good. It's also creaseless. Like once you apply it, it won't crease immediately. You can take your time to set it with powder. I use the shade medium beige and it really highlights my face very well. It suits my undertone really nicely. This concealer is medium coverage, but you can build it and use more product to get full coverage. But I always believe like less is more. Less product definitely goes a long way with this concealer. The next concealer has to be one that I have been using non-stop. In all my tutorials, you will see me use this, and this is the Pack Take Cover Concealer. Even off camera, I continuously reach out for this. This is in the shade Birthday Suit. I really like the applicator on this as well. It's a squeezy tube, but it has a doe foot applicator. Really like that about it. Pack makes some great concealers. I really like the Spotlight Concealer as well, but that's full coverage. This is like a medium coverage that you can build up. Really applies well, blends really easily, does not crease at all. Again, I love the formulation on this one as well. And lastly, the concealer I have for you is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. The shade I use in this is medium deep tan, and this concealer is also amazing. It's medium to buildable coverage. All of these three actually have very identical formulae. Again, comes with a doe foot applicator, super easy to apply, blends really easily, does not crease, is super affordable. Also, you don't get a lot of shades in the Wet n Wild one, so you might have some difficulty to pick it out. The LA Girl and Pack Take Cover both have a lot of shades for you to select from. This is a little stingy with the shades. I don't believe in spending too much on my concealers because I run out of them quite easily. So all three of these are under 500, but I love all three of them equally, and I would wear them all to weddings, functions, and for my daily use equally because I think they just suit the bill every single place. Now lastly, for powders, to set your makeup in place, you need to apply powder. Otherwise, it's going to be creasing all over. You're going to be sweating all over. Especially if you're oily skin like me, you're going to be a sweaty mess. You can fry pakoras on my face. That's how much oil I can secrete. So powder is very, very, very important for me, and I prefer using loose powder over compact powder. Compact powder is like an on-the-go thing, you know. You can just put it in your purse and touch it up when you're on the go outside at a function, at an event. But when I'm setting my concealer in place, in the first place, I like to go ahead with loose powder. The first loose powder I love is the Laura Mercier loose powder. I'm not going to speak too much about this because this is not available in India, but this is amazing. Like if you're traveling abroad, if you have relatives over there, किसी से भी मंगवाना है, मतलब किसी से भी कुछ एक चीज मंगवानी हो ना, US, दुबई, कहीं से भी, तो ये पाउडर मंगाओ because it is really that good. जो मेरा पहला इंटरनेशनल मेकअप हॉल था ना, उसमें मैंने ये खरीदा था. आज तक चल रहा है इतनी क्वांटिटी है पाउडर में. I'm pretty sure it's expired, but I'm not going to stop using it because I love it and there's so much product still left. It's the translucent loose powder, so suits every single skin tone. Like even when I'm doing other people's makeup, this is the powder I use. It's very finely milled. It applies like a dream. It sets your makeup in place and it will make your makeup last really long, not make you sweat, and also doesn't give you flashbacks. So when you take flash photography, it's not going to give you any like white under eyes or make you look like a ghost. That's like my worst nightmare come to life. And since it's international, very, very expensive also, a very, very good dupe you have in the Indian market today is the K Beauty loose powder. This loose powder is very good. K by Katrina really nailed it with this powder. It's the HD setting loose powder and I use the shade Latte. There are a lot of shades in this again. This shade is perfect to highlight my under eyes, highlight this part of my jaw and make and add definition to my face. Sets makeup again really well. Very, very finely milled and you get a lot of product in this powder. Also, I love the packaging, love this sieve net thing that they have going on. This powder is a very close dupe to the Laura Mercier one. It's 800 something and I think powders are a good investment to make because काफी दिन तक चलते हैं. मतलब मेरे तो सालों साल से powder चल रहा है and even though I don't have so many, I continuously keep using this. I can still continue to use them. So 800, 900 for a powder is not bad, but if you want something even more cheap, then the Mars banana powder is really good. Mars Cosmetics makes some great makeup in the really, really affordable category. And I also have a code with them, which is code SARA10. So you get an additional 10% discount on their website. This is the banana powder. Love this. It's not too drying also. Usually banana powders are very, very drying और फिर एकदम ज़्यादा under eye सूखी हुई लगती है और जल्दी crease होने लगती है. But ये ऐसा नहीं है. You can bake with this. Keep it on for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes and then dust it off. Flawless finish, no flashback whatsoever. Looks really good, suits across skin types because it's a banana powder. So if you have warm undertone, it will suit you and it's again very finely milled and super affordable. So that completes it. That's all my base makeup essentials. These products are legit tried, tested by me and make my base look flawless in every single one of my videos. I trust these products with my skin and my base makeup. So I highly recommend that you all can try this out as well. I will make sure to leave whatever links I can find for y'all in the description, as well as there's this new feature on YouTube wherein there's a product section, so you can tap on that and just go ahead and see whatever product recommendations are there. So that's super cool as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because that really helps and will motivate me to make more makeup content for y'all. For today's video, Sarah's code shoutout goes to the Dusky Porno. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you want to be a part of next video, Sarah's code shoutout, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon right next to it, and also leave a comment down below saying #SarahSquad, and you get a chance to be a part of my next video, Sarah Squad Shoutout. I will see you guys very soon in another video. Bye guys, love you. Mwah.